Hello, travelers. I am Paul, and this is Travels with PMB. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you are returning, welcome back to my channel. What do I focus on with this channel? I focus on all things travel, whether it be a cruise, all inclusive resorts, restaurant reviews, concerts, and so much more. Also, I am a travel advisor. And so, if you are looking for that dream vacation, make sure you check me out by emailing bookwithpmb@gmail.com. So, we are getting ready to start the live, and it starts in Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope your Monday was great and your week even greater. Thank you so much for coming to another Monday Live on this channel. And so I am so appreciative of you coming. And I'm so excited tonight about this guest that we have. And so before I go into speaking to my guests, let us let us first, can y'all hear me? Sorry. Let us go through the chat. Here we go. Hey Shay, thank you for coming through. Happy Monday. And she's saying hi to TJ as well. Thank you also for being a channel member. Hey Liz, thank you for coming through on this Monday. And thank you also for being a channel member. She's saying hi to Shay. TJ, I'll be running this too. Shay says, hey, Liz. She's saying hi to Liz. TJ saying hi to Liz as well. Hey, Bill. Happy Monday. Thank you for coming through. Saying hi to Shay. Liz is saying hi to TJ and Bill. We saying hi to Bill. We saying hi to each other. Hey, Danny. Happy Monday. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for coming. And on this Monday, and so we're saying hi to each other. Hawaii, yes, please. Hey, controversial cruising, Scotty. Happy Monday. Saying hi to me and TJ. Yes, you're home for my live. Great to have you. Saying hi. This time change thing you non-Arizonians do throw me off. So Shay's asking Bill, have you ever been to Hawaii? We're saying hi to each other. Bill says a couple of times. That's great, Bill. Keep saying Coker Culture. Zach, happy Monday. And also thank you for being a channel member. Zach just got up from a nap. We'll catch your video later. Yeah, he does lives. Well, he premieres his videos at around 5:30 on Mondays. We're saying hi to each other. We can hear and see. Good. We can hear you. That's great. Thank you. Joshua Snow, thank you for coming through. Happy Monday. Um, Chris, happy Monday. Thank you for coming through. Hope your day was great. We're saying hi to each other. Hit things up. Thank you so much, Chris. Meet and I. Hey, happy Monday. Thank you for coming through. It was a great time in Hawaii. Okay. Did you go with TJ, Joshua? Or you met them, or you was on the same cruise ship? We love Hawaii. I've never been. Would love to go one day. Lurking, finishing my painting, doing the background, then I am finished. Okay, great. We're seeing hi to each other. Cousin Scott, my brother TJ, let's go. Great. Edward Higgins, happy Monday. Thank you for coming through to the live. TJ was a great person. Oh, that's nice. I like that. You met him? Okay, that's great. Still is a great person, I think. There, you met him there. Okay, great. All right. So, as we said, TJ just did a cruise. He just came back from a cruise. I've never done it. And for those individuals who are interested in going on a Hawaiian cruise or just going to Hawaii in general, I wanted to talk to TJ about his experience. And so, without further ado, let us bring up TJ from TJ's Destinations, and we are going to speak about his experience with this Hawaiian cruise. Come on up, TJ. Hey,
Oh,
TJ.
oh, oh, what's up, everybody?
Oh, thank you for coming through. Thank you for joining us. You just got back when? When did you get back?
I got back on Saturday.
Oh, you just got back Saturday. How you feeling? Any jet lag or you good?
I had a little jet lag yesterday, trying to stay up and watch my football, fancy football. Anwar
Yes.
from Meat Night doesn't know anything about that.
Uh-huh.
But
Uh-huh.
but yeah, but no, I'm good today. I got a good solid sleep last night.
Listen, she loves the leg, TJ. That's nice. Great. And so let's go through some of these questions, and then so one of the questions we're gonna go through it, and then everybody in the live, make sure you have your questions ready. Bombard them with questions, anything that you want to know about the experience, about Hawaii, his experience. If he said something and you just kind of want to follow up, and this is your opportunity because maybe you want to go to Hawaii, it's been on your bucket list, you've never been there, whatever it is, just make sure you have those questions ready. Wow, I'm catching strays. And was getting it tonight, right, TJ? So first question, why Hawaii? Was it a bucket list item for you? Was it a place you always wanted to go? Why Hawaii?
Yes, I mean, even from a kid, from watching like Hawaii Five O, going way back, not the new Hawaii Five O, but the old
Yeah,
one when I
the
was a
original.
kid,
Uh-huh.
the original, right? That and we would go back when the Brady Bunch when they went to Hawaii, that episode or continued episode. I've always been intrigued with Hawaii,
Yeah.
and so um, I I, I scratched it off.
Yeah. So just like anything else, like there may be something that you've seen a show or something that you have like, wow, look at that. I would love to go one day. And you finally was able to scratch it off your list. Isn't that amazing? And so why did you choose the 14-day cruise instead of the 7-day cruise like with
Wow, I
Norwegian
know,
Pride?
because you can fly
That's
out there
kind of
by like.
long. That's kind of long, TJ, right? So why did you choose one over the other?
Yes, but that 14, it went fast. For me, it went fast. And the reason why the 14 days, you got to get a chance to go to 4 different islands.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like that. 2 of the islands, you basically had all day to explore and do multiple things.
Mm-hmm.
But with the 14-day, I'm like, cool, why not? I mean, Port of Long Beach, hour, from the house. And as long as you have activities planned and do stuff, that 14 days went by super fast. And I would do it again.
So you said that you had some long port days. Like how long were the port days? Because sometimes what people don't like about cruising in general, one of the things, the pet peeves is I want to be able to be on the island. I don't want to be there, for short period of time, 7 hours, 6 hours, or whatever, and they feel like they won't be able to get the experience because they feel like they're there for a short duration of time. So how long were the hours? Were you there for 10 hours? How long were you there for some of these ports?
Okay, so for the first island, Maui, we're there. I want to say it's from 7 till 10:30.
Oh, wow.
So that
Okay.
got that give you a
10:30
chance
at night. Wow. Yeah.
to do something during the daytime, come back, refreshen up, and go do something at night, or rent a car for the day and
Mm-hmm.
just explore on your own.
That's
Um,
amazing. Okay.
Honolulu, we pretty much had the same thing from like 7:30 till 10:30.
Mm.
Kauai was short. I would say Kauai was 8:30 to 4:30, and I think it was the same for Hilo too, 8:30 to 4:30.
Do you think that they just have less things to do in those places? That's why it was shorter?
Probably less things to do, but there's still a lot of things. Like I said, I would do the 14 day again,
Okay.
because it didn't bother me. But I would do this cruise again because even with the all day stuff, you still can't do everything you want to do in one day in one island.
Yeah. So that's good to know that. So when you have some of these Hawaiian cruises, like TJ, that some of the port days are very long. So you will really be able to get to experience, as you said, maybe do an excursion, rent a car, and do a lot of the things that you want to do in that day. Have your items ready, have your list ready, be prepared. That's how I would want. If you know you want to get as much out of the island as much as possible, just be prepared. And so Team Reese came in. How you doing, Team Reese? Thank you for coming
Team
through.
race.
Hey, Key. And so, all right. So, how do you pack for a 14-day cruise? Like, how much luggage did TJ bring? Like, I know that you're platinum, so then you're able to at least get the laundry, right? So
Yeah.
that's a benefit for some commoners, who may not have all those perks that you have, and would have to like drag their luggage to the laundry room or have to pay to get it done. Like how do you pack? How did you pack for a 14-day cruise? Like how many luggage did you have? Your family members, like how much did y'all carry onto this ship?
Okay. Before I answer that, I want to go back to what you said about being prepared
Mm-hmm.
for this cruise. You know, how you could join the different Facebook groups for that particular cruise. That you're going on.
That's good.
Well, the moderator for the group that I joined for this cruise, she had did this cruise 5 times already, 4 or 5 times already.
Mm-hmm.
So she was real helpful on things to do at different islands, different excursions, what to do, what not to do, and all that, and just go by that and a couple of YouTube videos. That really helped me out to prepare for this 14 days.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for the packing, there's no way I'm gonna pack for 14 days. I don't care if people see me reusing the same shirt and stuff. So that 14 day I packed for if it was an 8 day.
Okay.
Um, Plus a little stuff, a couple extra little shirts there because sometimes I was changing like twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day because I'll go to the gym,
Mm,
work out, But yeah, I only packed for like eight there.
okay.
Um, 2 suitcases and a backpack. That's not what I came home with, but
Yeah.
I left with 2 suitcases, my large and my medium, and a
Okay.
backpack.
That's still a lot of luggage, TJ. That's what you pack for an 8 day, 2 suitcases and a backpack?
Yes, yes, yes.
Wow.
Because I got my white night clothes and stuff, and the
Uh-huh.
'80s stuff, little knickknacks. It depends. From sometimes I bring my laptop, sometimes I don't. I do like a lot of like gift exchanges and stuff, so I have all the goodies I need to pack up for gift exchanges, and all kinds of little stuff like that.
So you just want to be prepared for any occasion. That's why you pack the way that you pack. That's what it is. Hey,
Yes.
well, G 7882. Thank you for coming through. Thank you so much, Anwar. We saying hi to each other. I'm just going through here. Wow, a
Oh,
mail overpacker, Liz, getting on you.
hey. I'd rather have it than not have it. But hey, I only packed, I think, 4 pairs of shoes. My sneakers that I walk in, my dress shoes, flip flops, some sandals, and my water shoes. That's it.
Okay. Okay. What were the age demographics of the cruise? 14-day cruise. What's the age demographics of the cruise?
I want to say the high 20s on up. There were about maybe
Really?
there was maybe about 18 teenagers, and then younger ones maybe 14, 15. But yeah, those journey
Really?
cruises. Yeah,
I'm surprised it's teenagers because it's school time.
I know. I know, but
But
yeah,
no,
but yeah, it was a different turnout, different demographic, for like the sailaways and stuff. And yeah,
So how was the energy? So you got teenagers, you got 20-year-olds. So I was thinking because it's such a long cruise and it's because it's during, like time where it would be school, that would be like an older crowd, especially people who, may not have a lot of vacation time. But you're saying it's really like it was gearing towards younger than older.
Well, no, you had the older crowd, but you still had, some late 20s on up,
Okay, okay.
because you had a lot of marriage proposals going on out there too.
Really?
You're gonna do a marriage proposal on the beach at Maui or Kauai, have that romantic thing. There are a lot of weddings too, so that's also what brought in some of the younger crowd. So you get all in one wedding and honeymoon, all in one thing.
Oh, I love it. Love it. Chris saying
And the
agree
older
with,
crowd turns up.
and the older crowd turned up.
Oh, they turn up. Don't just because they're old and they're walkers and scooters and stuff. They turn up.
So I'm glad you had fun. I'm glad it was like a great crowd. Chris says, agree when we need it, we have it. Laugh aloud. That means that all of the things that you pack. And Liz packs way more shoes. Okay, so she packs a lot of stuff. We're still saying hi to each other. That's great. Okay, so were there different types of entertainments or shows that you don't see on a 7 or 8 day carnival cruise? So like when I went on my cruise, it was out of Europe, and when I out of London, I should say Southampton, Dover, I should say. And when I went out of that cruise, there were some shows I've never seen before. And so maybe like because it was in that area, some British shows or what have you. So did you have entertainment shows, production shows, things that you've never seen maybe on a Caribbean cruise or on regular 7 or 8 day cruise that you saw on this cruise? By the way, tell everybody what the ship that you went on.
I went on the Carnival Radiance out of Port of Long Beach, California.
There you go.
Yes, because you had your naturalists, from the Hawaii Islands, so they're on the cruise with us from day one. I want to say there
Hmm.
was four of them, and they were very informative. Every day there was something to do with Hawaii. If
Hmm.
they talked about like food or just different cultures and just different things on there. So on day two, my sister and I we attended the fresh flower lei making class. This is not them. This is the
Nice.
the cheap ones.
I saw
But
your
yeah,
video.
and so yeah, you got a chance to make a fresh lei from hand, a lei or the wrist lays or whatever. And like the next day, they had that progressive like ukulele class. I want to
Mm.
say it lasted like 3 days, 3 or 4 days. You'll learn a couple chords. The next day you'll learn another chord. The next day you'll learn, and then you're doing a whole song. And same for the Hawaii or the dancers, the
Hmm.
Honolulu dancers or whatever. They will learn certain moves on this day, certain ones, and then I'll say end of the 4 days, they're putting on a whole show, doing their thing. And I didn't do that. I just did the lay class, and they
Yeah.
had all kinds of different activities to do.
Any special production shows that you don't see on a normal cruise? Did they have any special you know in the theater?
I didn't see any, but
Okay.
they had a lot of the naturalists. It wasn't like production shows, just like information type stuff.
So
But
when
yeah,
you so when you have those naturalists, did you feel all of a sudden like what they were telling you now you're more informed? You went on the island and then maybe they talked about a food, you want to try that food, or they talked about a location that maybe you didn't think about in advance and now you wanted to try it and see if you could go to that location?
the naturalists were great from A to Z. They talked about everything from each port, places to shop, things to
Yeah.
do, the history of everything, the foods and stuff. They were great, and they did help out a lot, with the information and make you because some people are kind of like, oh no, I've never been. They're kind of uptight and all that.
Yeah.
They put people at ease.
Liz has a question. Back to the casino. How often was it open in Hawaii?
That I didn't pay attention because every island I was gone. Um, I was off the ship. I was one of the first ones off the ship. That's me in any port, not just especially Hawaii, since I'd never been. I'm off, and then I try to come back. So when I came back onto the ships, I didn't pay attention to casino. Liz, sorry about that.
We have some
But I
people.
did get my gamble on.
Oh, one lose, make even.
No, I lost some, but my points were up there. Yeah, they were up there. There was a lot of people um, winning because this was also on the correct me what it's called, Chris and Liz, the elite carnival gambling
Oh, okay.
on their elite list or whatever it's called. And so you had a bunch of high rollers, out there, on the machines, $40 a spin, boom, 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 high roller. But it was paying out. There were some days where eight, $10,000, $12,000 jackpots were paying
Wow.
out left and right, on the
Wow.
machine.
We have some people coming in. Hi, East Flaw. Keisha's here. Thank you for coming in. Happy
Yeah,
Monday,
welcome in.
Keisha.
Welcome
We're
in.
saying hi to each other. Amber Nicole, this cruise was really fun.
That's my niece.
Oh, great.
She must be, yeah, she's at work still.
A lot of elite cruisers. Okay.
Yes.
So it was a elite
So
cruise, but you didn't have to be obviously elite cruiser to be on the ship because you're not elite, right?
correct.
When it comes to the casino. Okay.
No, no, I'm not that status.
In your personal time, what did you do on the ship to not get bored? It's a 14-day cruise. You had how many sea days?
You had 4 sea days to get to Hawaii.
Uh-huh.
Then you hit those 4 islands. 4 sea days coming back.
Wow.
Then you're in Ensenada, and then the next day you're back at home.
Okay, so 8 sea days. So what did
Yeah.
you do on 8 sea days as to not get bored? What did you do? How did you
Besides
keep
drinking,
yourself entertainment? Besides drinking, yes.
I watched a lot of the shows, like the naturalist shows. They're also like the normal stuff, the karaoke, some of the trivia's, just hanging out at the Lido deck, people watching because that's funny. You see some interesting stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lot of families. So what Radiance does, like I can speak for Radiance since I was there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of families bring board games, card games, all that to um, pass the time. So they open up the restaurants for people to go inside and play their board games or do their crocheting or
Mm-hmm.
there's people crocheting, there's people doing all kinds of stuff because the seating is limited,
Okay.
on that ship. So you need places for everybody to go and hang out. But yeah, people are just hanging out in the restaurants, just playing games, doing this, doing that. So yeah, you got to keep yourself occupied. If you're like an introvert and you're like just don't really do anything, it could have been like a bad time. But
Yeah.
you have to go out and you meet people. I met so many great people on this cruise, and they're definitely cruise family, and I'm definitely will run into them again on different cruises. But you have to be out and about. You just can't be just up in your cabin. Just go out and people watch. Just go out and you're
Yeah.
gonna meet people.
Did you go to Alchemy for the singles events? I know it's unhosted, but did you go to that as well?
I think like this. I don't know if it's a singles event or not. Out of the 14 days, I was at the Alchemy Bar 12 days.
Okay.
That was the go. That was the go-to. That was the go-to. Yes, yes. It knocked me down one of the nights. I did a video on that on my TikTok. Yeah, I went too hard, too fast without water, and like they say, too fast, too serious. Yeah, I was knocked out.
You went through all the drinks on Alchemy and more.
Oh yeah, especially the specialty drinks that they have there, and the bartenders there. They're
Yeah.
just not bartenders; they're entertainers, and it was a great time.
Yeah, Alchemy is a great bar. Liz says, did you win any ships on a stick? Trivia, whatever. Did you do
No,
karaoke?
no,
Karaoke?
no, I don't sing. No, I like watching, but I don't sing. No ships on the stick on this cruise. No medals.
Was in Sky Princess. I was at Alchemy all the time. Your niece said she was at Alchemy all the time with you.
No, with me or without me. Because she was doing her thing, I do my thing. I'll text her, hey, what you up to? I'm at the Alchemy, or vice versa. She's around the ship. Yeah, it was a good time.
Yes, Levin B2, he was on the Radiance, Carnival Radiance. And he said, yes, it's not a huge ship. If people don't know that Carnival Radiance used to be Carnival Victory years ago,
Mhm.
because that was my first ship. And yes, they revamped it, bigger than Victory. They changed it up. but it's not a massive ship. And so um yeah, so therefore, like, you have to just make as much space or do what you do and find where you can, so you could just kind of relax, chill, and
Yep.
get into fun. So I'm glad that you weren't bored. I think that's one of the things a lot of people, and Team Reese Key, you could probably answer to this. A lot of people do not like sea days. Any other travel agents, they say, like, they don't. I know some clients of mine, when it comes to sea days, they don't want it. Like, they would rather do ports, all port intensive. If it's sea days, limited sea days. A lot of people do not like sea days, but I take sea days. Like, I have a cruise coming up, and it is like 4 sea days. But I take it as an opportunity to relax, right?
Right. Hmm.
I feel like people don't. I guess people don't realize that part of it. That, yeah, you can have fun, you can turn up, you can go to the ports, but then when you have those sea days, think of it like, remember, this is kind of like a resort on on the sea. So if you're at an all-inclusive resort, you come out of your room, you go downstairs, you go by the pool, you relax, like, you can engage in the entertainment, or you don't have to, and you just get an opportunity to just chill and just be in the moment. And so sea days gives you that opportunity. So the only reason why I wouldn't do something that long is only because of vacation time. I need vacation time, bro. I if I do a
So
14-day cruise, I mean, it really limits like what I'm gonna do for the rest of the year. And so I try to do stuff like, that I can do, but I don't have an issue with sea days. I've gone, the longest cruise I've gone on is a 10-day, and there are more sea days with that. But yeah, so don't shy away if you have the time. Don't shy away from something that may have a few more sea days. Just take that moment to relax and just be in the
so
moment.
the first 4 sea days was rough for the East Coast people.
Mm,
Remember, once they came out to California, they're already 3 days behind.
yeah.
And then we keep clicking, like the day three, we kept losing an hour or losing an hour. So they wind up being 6 hours behind schedule,
Ooh.
behind, their normal schedule. So I'm gonna say, like, on day four, the East Coast people, they're falling asleep at 4 or 5 o'clock trying to eat dinner. Because remember, they're 6 hours back.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it turns around, the East Coast people, they're waking up at 2:30 in the morning, wide awake, like, because their body clock has not caught up to that. And so
Exactly.
um I think once we got out there, it got better for them, but it was rough the first 4 sea days going out for the East Coast people with the time change. And then well, I will give it to Carnival staff, the captain and the cruise director. They were good at announcing the time changes. They'll be
Yeah.
like, tomorrow at 2 in the morning, we're gonna go back another hour, and then 2 days. Okay, go back. Remember, change your clocks, because like my wristwatch, I could do it on my own, but on my phone, it wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
So you have to go on the Carnival Hub app and look at the actual ship time until I got to Hawaii and got the regular signal for my phone to update to the regular time. But they're good at notifying people that.
I know what you're talking about in terms of, like, losing the time difference and how it impacts people from the East Coast. I did an Alaska cruise, and it was the same thing. Like, it was 3 hours behind, and then while you're on the cruise, it keeps saying, "We're going back an hour. We're going back an hour. We're going," and it
Yes,
was just
yes.
like, but every night I was on Discovery Princess. They would have a note, and they would announce it, but they would also have a note on your bed saying, "Remember, your time is going back." And so,
Mm,
yeah, so even if you don't feel it going, by the time you get back to the East Coast, you're gonna be like wiped, And I think, yeah, I think maybe a 14-day maybe kind of gives you a little bit more time, but then coming back is gonna be the situation. So that's a really good tip. And so if you're coming maybe from the East Coast, going and doing something that of that nature, just let it be known that you may be affected by the jet lag, going, or the time difference, and your body clock may be off, when it comes to being on the cruise and
And try to
engaging. And so,
force yourself to take a nap or take a
yes,
pill or something to knock you out to try to get your body set to that time.
that's a great tip, TJ. Keisha says sea days, napping outside or inside, quiet spots, sunning, people watching shows, games, reading, socializing when all else fails.
That's what
Exactly.
I'm talking about,
That is
Keisha. That's
that
what
is
I'm
a
talking about.
great synopsis of how C
Yep.
days should be. It's not it's don't take it as a time as like, oh, there's nothing to do, or you want to engage and stuff like that. Just take it as an opportunity to just do all these different things. And sometimes I feel like we don't take advantage enough of C days. Like sometimes I marvel at the fact that I see people like just reading a book or just listening to music and just being in the moment and just like being quiet and peaceful and just like just take advantage of it, like, in that
There's
moment.
some mornings, I get up, throw on my little ear pods, sit on the balcony, listen to music, and just nod off on the balcony. Got the fresh water going, and
Yeah.
all that stuff, or the seawater and stuff, and just it was just nice and just relaxing, just doze off. And I
It's
wasn't the only one because I could hear people on both sides of me, cabins on site. They're enjoying, the balcony, just
yeah,
enjoying, the nice. And then being in Hawaii out there, I don't know if it's just me, but the sunrises and sunsets in Hawaii are totally
beautiful.
different, and they
It's
are beautiful. Yes.
did you get photos of that? I love sunrises and sunsets.
Oh, I
Please tell
got
me you
plenty
got.
of videos.
I love taking pictures of those.
I
Beautiful.
got videos and photos of all that. Yes, Hawaii was just nice.
Now, question. I've seen like pictures of it, but I want to know in reality. So you had a balcony. Could you see like the islands up close with the balcony? Like were they like right there? You could see the mountains, the volcanoes, like because it looked like I think it was like Northern Pride or something. It looked so close, like you weren't
It
far,
is.
and it was clear, like
Yes,
you could
it is.
clearly see it. Yeah.
Because as we are pulling into I don't say Hilo, I'm like, welcome to Jurassic Park. I'm like, what? Just look at things, the side we were at, But yes, yeah, it was nice. But one thing I will let everybody know, when you go to Hawaii, the
Yeah.
port, as in the cruise port, they're all
Hmm.
industrial. It's not like you're pulling up to Jamaica, you're
Yeah.
pulling up to Nassau, and you're right there. No, you're pulling up to a where they got shipping containers, warehouses, and stuff until you get out to the front, and then you're out there to the open. But it's not like, oh, you're pulling up and you know
Mm.
that's not that in Hawaii. All four of those cruise ports itself, it's industry.
So don't be disappointed. So it's like more like Mazeltan. I think Mazeltan is like that, right? When you get
Yeah,
to the
matter of
port.
fact, exactly like Mazatlan, exactly
Okay,
like that.
Mazatlan.
You got the
Okay.
shipping containers and all that stuff, and then once you get out, okay, cool. But yeah,
Yes, if you've ever been to Mazatlan, that's what you expect. It's just like very industrial shipping containers. But did they okay, so if it's industrial, like Mazatlan had where you can get like a cart, get on a cart and go
hmm
through the maze. Is it the same way like in Hawaii when you get to
no,
the
you're
port?
walking.
You could
You're
walk.
walking.
How long is the walk when once you get off the ship to get past all of that, like the industrial part, the shipping containers and
um,
stuff? 15 minutes. Do they have anything to take you if you're like if you need a ride, if you're not that mobile? But those people who may need some help.
they may have a wheelchair or two, but now you're walking. They're not too far.
So no vans at
Maui,
all to help you to drive you.
no, because you're getting off and you're going through a warehouse, through
Uh
a
huh.
building, and then you're right there where all
Okay.
the ride shares and
Okay.
stuff.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
But Maui's is a long one. That one, that's about a 15-minute walk to get to the main street, and there's a shopping center to catch the Ubers, because at the cruise port, only taxis are right there, first come,
Hmm.
first serve.
Wow.
So if you're not doing a taxi, you have to keep on walking a nice distance um, to catch your ride shares if that's what you're going to do.
Wow, that's good. Really good to know, everybody. That's really good to know. Cruising Chris. Thank you. Happy Monday. Thank you for coming through and being also a channel member. We're saying hi to Chris, and I'm trying to see if you have any questions. Give me all the C days, Bill says. Give me all the C days. So, like, Bill would be a person that would love a 14-day cruise, but he's done also He said Hawaii, so I'm just trying to see. I would have to see. Bill, have you done the 14-day cruise, or did you do like Norwegian Pride, a shorter cruise? I like Newport destinations, but love sea days too. Like,
Right.
yeah, it's good to like both. I don't mind both. You
Hmm.
know, I don't mind doing both. I love sea days. Chris is saying I love sea days. Exactly. We're saying hi to each other. We love sea days, Liz. Casino time, baby. Haha. So she gets a chance to be in the casino all the time. We're saying hi. Now, did it feel like, we have a question, did it feel old? I know it went through a big dry dock. We've been eyeing this ship, but concerned. So, did it feel old? Did it look like it had a lot of wear and tear on the radiance? Did you see, like, where it's like, like some rust or something somewhere? Like, did it
Well,
feel?
yeah, it felt like an older ship, but not like in a bad way. Because okay, it doesn't have the new feel of an XL. If you've been on an
Mhm.
XL class ship, you know,
Yeah.
Mardi Gras Jubilee or Celebration, it doesn't have that newer feel, and or like the newer feel of like a Vista, like a Panorama.
Yeah.
But it has an old feel, but it's not like old where things are just falling apart and rust and things are just tore up. I will give it to Carnival staff. Those people, oh my gosh, hands down, Carnival. Every time you walk around the ship, there's somebody wiping something down, sweeping, mopping, polishing all the time, everywhere. You go in the elevator, there's someone in there, wiping down the knobs, doing that. This Carnival staff, they were busy keeping that place clean and sanitized. So kudos to that Carnival.
It still have Shaq's chicken place in there, right? In the back.
Oh yeah, yeah. Shaq and I became best friends. I mean, yeah, we became real good friends.
So, but okay, so she was saying wear and tear. So because it refurbished it, it just remind me of like Sunrise, when how that looks kind of like beautiful, and they really refurbished it because it was Triumph. And I went on Radiance one time as well, and so I was just wondering, like, compare that against, I guess like a Conquest and a Glory, right? Like
Hmm.
those are older shit because Victory is older, but they re-gutted the whole of Victory, so you
Right.
could kind of see the difference, right? Even
Hmm.
though those are older ships, you could kind of see the difference, how that's, it's fresh and how it looks and everything, right?
Hmm.
So there is a difference, like even though it's older, because they, anytime Carnival changes a ship and changes the name, they've done a lot of work to it.
Yes, because I was on the Victory in 2001 when it was the Victory, and so
Mm.
yeah, there's some changing.
Keisha says time changes are whack.
I know.
Yes. You just have to go through it. Right, Bill? Let me say. Okay, so
I'm
we
gonna
have a
turn on my
question.
light real quick.
The time adjustment was, Amber says, your niece says that time adjustment was rough going back home for me. So her time adjustment going back home was rough. Was the same thing for you, TJ? Did you feel like it was
Um,
worse going, or was it worse coming back?
it was worse going out, but the C days coming back, I needed that,
Uh-huh.
especially the first two C days coming back because it was port, 4 ports in a row,
Yeah.
nonstop.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. And you know me, I like to go out and do stuff. So I'm gonna go. So it's good to have those C days coming back to just relax your body, because you're up. When we get up off the ship, you want to go do stuff, and then late night, hanging out, watching
Yeah.
the Dodgers game and stuff, and bar, and then you got to turn around and do it again. But those C days, the first two, I needed that getting back, but the time change coming back really was actually better for me. It helped me to get back on schedule.
Will G asked a question. How bad did the ship rock? Was there a lot of
Oh,
was it a lot of rocking with
oh. Hey, Paul, matter of fact, that's one of the questions I think on there. So,
I think that's
yeah,
coming up. You want to answer it then and hold it?
yeah. Now I'll answer it now. So,
Okay.
I was informed, did my research and talked to other people that went. So I want to say days 3 and 4 and 12 and 13 are the roughest. For some
Mm,
reason, um, it's like once you're out, like a maybe 2 days out from Long Beach, heading out to Hawaii, it's some rough seas,
mm.
and the same coming back. there's people who normally don't get seasick got
Wow.
seasick.
Okay.
People were running to the Carnival Adventures, trying to get some seasick meds. When we landed in Hawaii, people were trying to go to the store and get some stuff. People were getting it was rocking.
Oh wow.
Luckily, I don't get seasick. So, advice, people, if you're not sure if you're gonna get seasick or not, take Dramamine or Bonine, or get the patch behind the ear. And if it's what's even better, if you can get the prescription one, the patch behind the ear, just to be on the safe side, because you don't want a 14-day cruise and lose a lot of days due to seasickness and all that. So it's better to be prepared than not prepared.
Exactly. I agree. Just better be prepared. Better to have it than not to have it. It's better to have something from the doctor. The one thing about Dramamine though, Dramamine is always like makes you drowsy. So if you can get like a non-drowsy, something that's non-drowsy so you can still function but still be as effective, that would be great. Amber said, I was at the gym every day the first half of the cruise. I got tired after all of the port days. Yeah, wears you out. 10 hours in a port day? Yeah, especially if you're trying to get as much as possible. I could see it.
Hey, Paul, I have a gym story. I forget. I'm gonna just say it. It's funny, but not funny. So I'm at the gym. So the front row, you have the treadmills, and then the row behind it at the elliptical. So I do the elliptical. So I'm on elliptical. Boom. I'm jamming on my elliptical. Got my earpiece in, looking at the screen, and across from me, over to the left, there's just two elderly ladies on the treadmill. Yeah, one, and then her friend was to the left. So I'm going. Well, the lady to the left, she missed a step. She hit the treadmill, and because she was running fast.
Yeah.
And so the treadmill shot her back.
Ooh.
Shot her backwards and hit an elliptical. It's like something you like seeing like on a TV show or a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, did I just see that? She was like, boom. I was like, she got shot. It was like just fall. I was like, oh my God. But here's the thing, people went over there, rushed over there and helped her out. This lady, because she looked like she was in her mid to late 60s.
Yeah.
This lady got up,
brushed herself off, and kept on moving.
Got right back on it.
Yeah,
I was like,
yes.
There you go. There you go.
That's perseverance. I'm gonna get this fitness going, and I don't care what it goes.
But yeah, so yeah, you do need that fitness going in, especially if you're used to doing stuff like me. I'm used to like doing a lot of stuff around the house, the yard work and all that.
Yeah.
And so it was good to hit the gym a couple of times before port days, because I know port days, I like walking around. So I knew I was getting my steps in when I got to port. But it was good just to get out there, get your blood going, get it pumping. You're going to be eating a lot and drinking a lot.
Exactly, as you're going to be eating a lot, yes. Chris said, when we vacationed in Hawaii several years ago, going to Hawaii wasn't bad. Probably adrenaline. It was hard to adjust when we got home. Yeah. Keisha said, good for you, Amber, based upon what she said before. They had cabs out there waiting. This was at the ports.
Yeah, the ports. Yeah, they had cabs out there.
Oh, Danny's back. Welcome back, Danny. The room doors weren't tapped to open your doors.
I don't know what that.
Chris, I just connected with you, by the way. Also rang your bell. Great tip. A seller flood. She connected with Chris. We're talking to each other. It's Will G. It's the only non-XL ships with shacks, I think. I believe so. It is. It's the only non-XL ship with the Shacks chicken. We talked it. Okay, let's go over. Did Carnival have, because we talked about food, did Carnival have Hawaiian themed food? Did they have anything Hawaiian themed? Spam, I know it's very popular. So did they have like Hawaiian themed food in the
they did.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, I'm surprised. So yes, they did. They had a lot of Hawaiian, Asian foods. It was good. So I only ate at the main dining room 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
I did the chef's table with my niece one night. I did the steakhouse one night with my niece and my sister.
Uh-huh.
The other nights, I would do like the buffet or just ate a late lunch and then eat dinner. Go to Shacks. I was doing a lot of the seafood place. Ordering some seafood and sandwiches and stuff. But they had a lot of nice selection of Hawaiian food and stuff. I'm like, it was good. It was actually good.
Yeah, that's good. Scott said TJ on the go. I thought it was TJ on the Lido. Will says Dodgers. Amber, the movement was killing me. I felt crazy. I was walking sideways.
Yes, we were hitting some C's, and it's like this. So when you're walking, you have to make sure you're in those rough sea days, you were near something you could hold on to, because
Yeah,
people were just straight tumbling. And the pool on the Lido deck,
yeah,
they had to drain because it kept sloshing out and
yeah.
it flooded the Lido deck. So you had like 10 workers out there trying to squeeze the water out. And so certain water events, like the synchronized swimming event that they had to cancel it because they had to empty out the pool because it was just too rocky.
And it wasn't raining or anything. It was just the wave of the ocean, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so did they shut down when it was like that? Did they shut down like the Lido or certain areas and said don't go here because of the weather was like that?
No, they just drained the pool, but you can use the spas. It didn't really affect the spas, but it affected the pool. It was
Okay.
there was one day where it was super windy,
Hmm.
and they did close the Serenity deck because it's the highest deck that's up there. So they did close it for like one day because it was super windy.
Okay. Danny said she's like, I'm good, I'm good. Talking about the woman on that with the treadmill. Chris said, when I went to Hawaii, it was a land vacation. Would love to do a cruise out there. So that's good. Saying hi to each other. Amber says, typically on the panorama, the doors you tap your room card. This one you actually had to insert your card in the slot. That's what she's trying to say. I don't remember about tapping it. Thanks, Ace. Okay, so we caught up. So so we did talk about the Hawaiian theme. Would you do such a long cruise again if and when you go back to Hawaii? Would you want to do
Yeah.
another 14-day, or would you try to do Norwegian Pride? I know you don't have a problem with a 14-day, but what would you consider going on Norwegian Pride? That's a 7-day flying to Honolulu and still do, and then with that itineraries, there's some where you do like 2 days in an island. You're there like whole 2 days, more or less. And
Right.
so, would you do that, or would you prefer to do this 14-day again with Carnival or another cruise line? I know Celebrity does 9 days. So
Mhm.
what is your preference? Or because I know you want to go back, right? So
Yes.
when you go back next time, what are you looking to do?
So I talked to some people on the ship that did that NCL one
Uh
that you
huh.
talked about, where you fly out there,
Yeah.
and it was the same cost, or Carnival's a little bit cheaper because by the time they flew out there,
Mm-hmm.
got a hotel for the day, day
Yeah.
before the cruise, and then and all that, it was the same or a little bit cheaper to do Carnival.
Yeah.
For me, I don't mind the 14 days. And again, you're talking to a retired person here, so I don't have to worry about PTO days. So it depends on where you're at, work wise, PTO, and vacation days wise, on how you can navigate going out there. But since I don't have to worry about that, the 14 days is nothing. Especially, if get some sort of casino deals or something like that, and
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about flights. So yeah, I would do that.
So put it in the chat. Who would prefer to do like the Norwegian 7-day cruise, and who would prefer to do like the 14 days? Some even cruises can be 15 days, depending on where you're coming from. So that's
Mm-hmm.
Long Beach. So there's Hawaiian cruises that can come from
Uh,
Seattle, Washington. Sometimes they
San
come from
Francisco, yeah.
come Canada. So who in the chat would prefer? I would do the 7-day, fly out to Honolulu, do that, go around the islands and come back, or who would prefer to do the 14 days? It has more sea days, but then you just prefer to just do that. You less flying than having to fly all the way to Honolulu, maybe a cheaper flight as well, because you have to take that into consideration.
Hmm.
Compared to going all the way over to Honolulu. So just put that in the chat. Who would prefer each of those? And so, what places did you go to, and what was the thing that amazed you the most at each place? Like, what was like, what blew your mind at Maui? What blew your mind at Hilo? What did you do exactly? Did you do the excursions through Carnival? Did you do things on your own? So now we're getting into your experience on the islands, what you liked most at each place. Did you do excursions? Did you do excursions? If you did excursions outside of Carnival, like what vendor did you use? Did you do Viator? Did you? Some people like to get off the ship and just find somebody who has a good deal, right? Like just kind of wing it and just see who has a good deal right there. So like what did you do with what did you like and what excursions did you do? What did
So
you like the most?
our first port was Maui.
Okay.
On that 14-day cruise, you meet a lot of people, especially when you got 4 sea days. So you got people, who have stuff planned, you don't, and you be like, hey, what you doing? I don't know what you doing. So I linked up with these two females. They're real cool people.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to Maui. We're like, we got an Uber, and we went to the beach. Do not ask me how to pronounce it.
Okay.
Starts with a K, ends with a U. Kapapupu, whatever it's called. Anyway, so we had our
Okay.
snorkeling gear, right? So we caught an Uber, went to the beach, and snorkel.
Okay.
It just something's like out of a movie. Just the water, being out there in the beach with the palm trees, and then getting in there snorkeling with the fish and all that. I'm like, I'm here. I'm actually doing it, not just talking about it, or looking at somebody's video. I am the video, and so that was nice.
So you didn't have anything for plan for Maui. You just went there and winged it.
That was for that was the first half.
Yes. Okay.
So yeah, that was the first half.
Uh-huh.
So after we did that, caught an Uber, went back to the ship, and then I had to plan luau with my sister and niece, which
Mm.
we bought through Carnival. It was Pacific. Oh, hold on. Scott did it. He knows what I'm talking about. I don't want to give you bum information. What it was called?
And how much did
Drums of the Pacific Luau.
how much was the excursion like around?
That Drums of the Pacific Luau was 300, and I would say it's $309 per person.
Mm.
Yeah, yes, it's pricey. It was that included the transportation to and from, because the luau was held at the Hyatt Regency Hotel
Oh, okay.
right there in the on the beach, and you drove through the part of Maui that had the fires, so that was kind of a different feeling. Some places rebuilt, some haven't.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, it was $309. It was an open bar.
How was that area? Like, is it like you see the fire, the damage? How was that area? Did
Yes,
they
you still see the
you still
damage
see it?
of
Okay.
places that haven't been rebuilt and all that.
Okay.
And yeah, it was just that this is a sad moment. What happened,
Yeah.
but the
Yeah.
tour operator, he gave us some behind the scenes stuff that wasn't in the news and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
About what happened and stuff. It was good information to get
Okay.
to have. But the luau itself, it was nice. They greeted you with a puka shell lei back there somewhere.
TJ
As you
just
come in, do you have the drinks right there? You have some drinks set up, and then they assign you to a table. They're in tables of 6.
uh-huh.
So each table has a number, and you have a waiter that comes through, waiter or hostess, and they have a thing on the table with a QR code. You scan it. It has
Okay.
the food and drink menu, so at least you know what's on the buffet. But the
Yeah.
drink, he's coming through like every 7-8 minutes. Would you like to drink? Would you like to drink? Man, you can order 2, 3 at a time if you want. So you
Okay.
didn't have to get up and go to the bar. He's just bringing it to you. So that was good. The food was great.
Yeah.
The
Did
food was great.
did it have the pig rotating?
No, it was
No
more
pig.
commercialized. It wasn't that authentic. I know that you would think like an authentic
Yeah,
luau.
yeah, yeah,
The pig
exactly.
rotating and they put
Yeah,
it on.
yeah.
No, everything was already in the trays, the warmers and all that stuff. but the food, great flavoring, great taste. I mean, it's like you want everything, and then you gotta go back, because they encourage you, keep coming back, grab some more food, you know, and
What
then the dessert, and then the entertainment was great too. So it
the
wasn't
dancers?
like you dinner and the entertainment stopped. No, they still had entertainment going, and they would release the tables. Come up. All right, your table's turn to go eat, but there's still
Hmm.
entertainment going. So it's not
Yeah,
like it stopped. So there's
yeah.
always something going.
So your favorite thing on Maui, was that worth it to you? Because you said it was nice, but was that worth it to you?
The the
The
luau,
luau. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes,
Which
yes,
was
and
your favorite
no,
out of the two? The beach or the luau?
the luau,
The
because
luau.
I was there with my family because that was on our bucket list, especially my sister. Growing up,
Okay.
we always talked about Hawaii, and my niece was able to go, and so to be able to experience that luau, with my family, which was good. 'Cause, my mom and dad passed away many years ago, so I
Yeah.
know they're looking down at us like, get your party on, get your drink on,
Yes.
and
Yes.
so we're just embracing the moment, and that was good right there for all of us.
The luau. Okay. So what about the other islands?
So so here's what I got disappointed, but not. So the day before, so I was supposed to do a shark cage excursion in Honolulu.
Oh, okay.
So I
Wow.
was going to jump in the shark cage and do all kind of craziness, right? Just be face to face with Jaws.
Yeah.
Well, the day before, I get a text from the excursion place. It wasn't through Carnival.
Mm-hmm.
That due to the high winds and the rough weather or the rough seas, that they can't do it.
Oh,
So I
okay.
was like, dang it. So I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, what am I going to do? So we get there, Honolulu. I'm like, so I'm out there where the Ubers are. I'm like, because I knew I was going to go to the Dole Pineapple Plantation later
Okay.
that day with my sister and niece. But I want to see some sharks. I'm like, let me book the ones with the sharks where you actually swim with the shark. I'm like,
Yeah.
screw it. I'm just going all in. I'm jumping in with the sharks. Forget the cage. I'm jumping in with them. And
What?
that's some crazy stuff to do, but I was ready to do it.
Okay.
So I booked it. Cool. All right. Okay. Did the Uber? Uber's en route.
Uh-huh.
8 minutes later, that tour company called me. Hey, we can't do it because of the weather. I'm like, oh, is there anything
Oh,
with water up, like the sharks or anything? Like, no, we can't. Because
yeah.
it's just a safety factor. Because you can't
Yeah.
have murky water and swimming with sharks. You need to be able to see
Yeah.
this bad one.
Yeah.
And just the safety, of the boats being able to anchor down, hold still, and do all that stuff. So I was like, dang it, I really want to swim with the sharks, but so I'm like, all right. So I'm like, let me just walk around town a little bit. So I walked
Okay.
around town a little bit, and my sister and I think my niece hit me up. Was like, "Hey, what you doing?" I'm like, "Well, both my excursion got canceled. So hey, we'll just go to the pineapple place, Dole Pineapple Plantation early."
Yeah.
Like, cool. So I walked back to the port. We got an Uber or a Lyft, whatever it is, and went to Dole Pineapple Plantation, and that amazed me right there because I was just thought, okay, at the Pineapple Express train, and
Yeah.
no, we spent like 5 hours there.
Wow.
There's so
That
much to
much?
do there.
Yeah.
Yes, you got the Dole Pineapple Express train, which is cool. It takes you through, and they have to tell you about the history and all
Yeah.
this other stuff. Then they have the botanical garden,
Oh,
which
wow.
is nice. I mean, for like those who are vloggers, those who are the Instagram models and all that
Yeah.
stuff, that's the place to take your pictures. I mean,
Wow.
just the botanical garden, it was just straight beautiful. Yeah, we took pictures there. We took family pictures, individual pictures. Beautiful place. Just walk around. That took a while. And then they have this maze that my niece and I did.
Uh-huh. Oh,
It's called,
my friend of mine told me about the maze.
yeah. So
Yeah.
they give you a map. So it's kind of
Hmm.
cool. So on this map, before you walk in the maze, they have a timestamp machine, so
Yeah.
you can timestamp your map, so you know what time you started.
Yeah.
And there's these different things that you have to find throughout the maze. And yeah, you can get lost. It's straight. It's a maze. Uh, so it took my niece and I 50 minutes to do that maze.
Mm.
And then So we did all 3 excursions that they had there. But then the big building, you have the shopping area, which was huge, and then you have the food court where you
Okay.
have all kinds of different food. You're like, you really don't know what to choose because everything looks good, and the plates are big. So letting you guys know, the plates you can actually feed 2 people on it. We didn't fit. I'm a big dude and I can eat, and I couldn't finish my plate. I got the teriyaki chicken plate, and it gave me 4 big pieces of chicken. I can't eat all that. Um, with the rice, with the mac, with the cabbage, all that stuff. But yeah, the food is great. And you got to have that Dole Whip, and then you are going to spend money at the store. So don't be like, I ain't gonna spend. The store is huge. I left with spending that thing like 180 something bucks on different candies and knickknacks, for friends and stuff, and and for me. And I love the grill, so I got some different barbecue sauces, some Hawaiian barbecue
Mm-hmm.
sauces, some different marinades for my fish and stuff. So, matter of fact, I should do some videos on that. But yeah, you're gonna spend money there at the Dole uh, Pineapple Plantation. There's a lot of stuff to do. Make sure you have your walking shoes. Definitely, you're gonna be walking around. Don't be out there in the hills trying to look all cute and all that. No, wear your flip flops or some shoes because you're gonna have a good time out there.
And TJ just released a video that you could see in more detail his review of the Dole Plantation yesterday. So if you have not seen that video, make sure you go check out that video where he goes more into depth with the Dole Plantation. And so you didn't get a chance. So was that one of the ports where it was a 10 hours in Honolulu? Did you get a chance to do some other things? Because you said that was almost 5 hours. You didn't get a chance to
Right.
do anything else?
Um. No, I didn't. I was done by the time we came back. I was
Five
done.
hours.
We could have came back, went out and did some other stuff, but I was good.
So I have a question, and then because I know you have two more places that we're gonna talk about, and then I'm gonna go to the chat real quick. How much were the Ubers and the lifts? Because you talk about doing Ubers and lifts to some of these
Hmm.
places. Were they expensive? Were they reasonable? Like, did you feel like you were shelling out? Because I feel like if you go into these places and that you have to do Uber and lifts, that people may have to budget for these things. So like, what do you think about how much the expense of these Ubers and lifts?
Yeah, definitely budget for it. They weren't overly priced. So at every cruise terminal, at the around outside the terminal, they had taxis there,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
lined up, and it was first come first serve. You just lined up. There was a line, and boom. Okay, you jump in this taxi. Tell me where you want to go. Tell me where you want to go, or just go Uber.
Which is
Talking,
cheaper?
which is
Who
cheaper. Talking with the islanders, the locals, the ride shares, Uber and Lyft are cheaper
than
than the
the
taxi.
cabs? Okay.
And also, if you're with a big group um, like this, don't go to any of the islands and wing it.
Mm-hmm.
Have a plan because there's so much stuff you can do, and also you can save money by tour companies
Yes.
through like Viator and other ones like that that you can do like if you say you got family of 4 5 6 whatever or a group, get a van for the day, and they'll
Mm-hmm.
take you around to different places where you want
Yeah.
to go, and they'll show you different things. It's cheaper doing that than just winging it and be like, all right, I'm gonna take a taxi and go here then go there. So do your research on where you want to go prior to the cruise. And also you got 4 sea days to figure some stuff out, but I wouldn't wait that long.
Yeah. Exactly.
But no,
Um.
they weren't real pricey at all.
So that's some great tips. Be prepared. Okay. Carnival Cruise that's all the way. So we was talking about like what would you choose? Would you choose the Carnival? Would you choose the Norwegian? Would you do the 14-day? Would you do the 7-day?
Carnival.
So Liz would do the Carnival because she's Carnival all the way, 14 days. Chris says. What the other Chris says, I would do the 14, 15-day if I could. However, I need to get retired first. Exactly. Like
Right.
I can't. I would love to do 25-day cruises and all that stuff, but like I would have to be retired or else I know that I would be limiting what I do for the year. Lulu would say the
Right.
carnival one because of the casino. Yes, 14-day for Shay. So people would do the 14-day. Wow. I wonder would you do the 14-day everybody because you either love carnival or is it because you want to have to take that long flight all the way over to Honolulu? Yes, Liz. So hello. Hey, Jaskaya, thank you for coming through. How
What's
are
up, Kaya?
you? I would not mind either. Either way, coming from North Carolina is going to be a long flight. Yes, to go all the way to either California or the Honolulu. Sea days are not a deterrent for me. That's great. Okay, that's good. We're saying hi to each other. Drums of the Pacific.
Yeah,
That's what
that
Scott's
was the name
saying.
of the luau.
New other hour, yeah. Oh, so Scott did that as well. Scott, you
Yeah,
did that. We're saying hi to each other. Got to go. Have a good evening. All okay. I'm sure he's gone by now. It's 7:08.
yeah,
Thank you for coming through, Will. Wow, that's expensive for a luau. The one at Disney Aloha wasn't that expensive. The one at the Disney Resort wasn't that expensive. That is kind of expensive though. But
yeah.
I wonder, that's what I'm saying. I wonder if you would have gotten that same experience like somewhere for like cheaper if you didn't do
Well,
it
yeah,
through
there's so
Carnival.
many other different luau. So I told you I met a bunch of different people, and there's one group of people they booked a luau, not through Carnival, through a third party whatever place, but then they had to pay for an Uber to get there, and then
Yes.
their Uber was expensive to get there and back.
Mm-hmm.
So I paid for the convenience of, all right, I don't have to worry about trying to find a ride. But see, at the same time, um, there's people that rented vehicles on the first two islands, Maui and Honolulu.
Yeah.
So they rented a vehicle for the day, so you can drive to wherever your luau was and all that. So it just depends on how your day is planned, if you have a vehicle or not. And then you also have to factor in, okay, if you do buy it outside of Carnival, how much you're going to pay for transportation to and from, and then you have to factor that in.
Yeah, I agree. So you have to look at all your options. Are you going to rent a car every time you get to one of our islands, especially the ones that they're giving you 10 hours? So you're going to rent a car. Are you going to do Uber? Are you going to do the Carnival one? Or are you going to look at something that's equivalent to what you want to do at Carnival, but do it with Viator or another company or Expedia where you can get excursions? And so there's so
Right.
many options that you need to look at into. So once you start getting, if you know you want to do a Hawaiian cruise, you're booking the Hawaiian cruise, right? You got it, you got your room. Then now it's time to start thinking about, okay, the things that I want to do and your bucket list. Either, for example, like you said, Honolulu, and I know that there's the Polynesian Center. I know that
Yeah.
there's Pearl Harbor, something that I want to do, the history. I just wanted to be able to go there. And so but so that's the reason why I would consider doing that, because you said that you was only able to do the Dole Plantation, is that like maybe one day in Honolulu would not be enough to get all that stuff done. So if I flew
Right.
there first, then do the cruise, then I could be able to get all that stuff done and then really be able to focus on the other islands. So that would be my, even though it's kind of far, right? So that's
Right.
why I haven't made the effort yet to do it, because it's like, okay, it's far, the cost of it is like so much. So nice, TJ, glad you got to experience it as a family.
Yeah.
You're saying by the will. Keisha said TJ is crazy, must be with the shark situation. Yes,
Yes, I was
exactly.
great.
Talking about I want to just jump in without any cage. Yes, something I would not be doing, TJ. So for the group cruise next year, there's no shark stuff. Hopefully, NASA or
I'm gonna
anything.
find it. I'm gonna find it.
I'm not gonna. Whoever's going on the November 2026 travels with PNB group cruise. If you want to go with him for anything shark related, you can go with him. Y'all can let me know how it is after the fact. Listen to the universe. She said, "Listen to the universe. It's trying to save you. You keep on trying to force it. It's like it was canceled, then you're trying to go without the cage, and then it gets canceled again." And so it's like maybe something is telling you like, okay, this is not safe. Pineapples are safe. Exactly. Yes. Lolani Palace is amazing in Honolulu, so that's a nice place to go to. When we did the USS or Arizona Memorial, it included a tour of the National Cemetery too. So just some more things that you can do like in Honolulu. Eunice said, I
Mhm.
have a crazy amount of annual leave stacked up. Oh, she's so lucky. I don't. I have it, but I accrue. So So I was never concerned about the time. I still have 40 annual days left. Whoa, that's amazing. Got to get you on like a long cruise then, like Iceland, Greenland. You can do Pearl Harbor and Dole Plantation in one day. Okay,
Yeah.
I guess it depends. But you said you was done though. Like I guess you just was by the time you did those 5 hours, you couldn't do anything more.
But yeah, because we went to the Dole Plantation later. We didn't do it first thing in the morning because remember I was trying to book, unbook. Then I walked around the town for a while before we actually
Got
went
you.
out. But if we'd have just did as soon as we docked, did the Dole
Yeah.
Plantation, did the Port Harbor or reverse. Yeah.
But Chris, you could not do the Pearl Harbor, Dole Plantation, and the Polynesian Center in one day, right?
No, Polynesian Center. That's going to take you like all day for that one.
Oh, okay, that's probably too much. Okay. So go forward with the other two islands. So now so you did two. So what's the other two places you did, and what did you love
Man,
about it? What you experienced?
Kauai. I'm like,
And remember, he's gonna put out these videos so you could see it in detail, and you get to see all the things that he's talking about when he releases these videos. So be on the lookout for his videos when he comes out with these Hawaiian vlogs. You already got the oak plantation, whatever he's coming out with next. Just be on the lookout because I'm excited too about what he's going. What I just want to see it. I just want to visualize it. I just want to see how beautiful this place is. So go ahead,
speaking of
Kauai.
it, Kauai's video is coming out tomorrow.
Okay.
First, as we're pulling into Kauai, it's like welcome to Jurassic Park. It was just lush green, just
Yeah.
tropical. I just like wow.
Wow.
So I'll give it to my niece. She stepped out her wheelhouse,
Uh-huh.
and we did the mountain inner tubing adventure.
Okay. Wow.
That was nice. So that was not purchased through Carnival. That was purchased through the company itself.
Okay.
That company does the mountain tubing adventure, and they also do zip lining.
Okay.
But this time I just did the tubing, and it's cool. They take you up there and take you up in the mountains. They give you a lot of history. The tour guide was excellent. The dude was phenomenal. The history, showing us different things. We passed through some areas where they filmed Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I can see that. Yeah, I see that. But this was nice. So the guides were cool. So they give you a helmet with a spotlight you can turn off and on. They give you some gloves, and you have to have closed-toed shoes, like water shoes. But you're in the inner tube. It used to be Pineapple Plantations. It used to be their water irrigation system, but it closed down.
Okay.
So you're up in the mountains, and you're tubing. So you're only gonna. So if you're gonna do this adventure, if you're with some people, make sure you take pictures before you start to float down, because that's when everybody's bunched up. Because once you go underneath the rope and start going, the water's moving you, and you're gonna separate because there's no holding hands. So there's parts where it's going nice and slow, and then you're gonna hit some rapids, and you're just like it's moving fast, and then you're going to some tunnels, and you got to turn on your lights and stuff. It's a great time. It was enjoyable for all ages. We had a little kid, a little girl. She was maybe like 8 years old. She was the youngest, but all ages. It was just a fun time. With the tour guides and just looking at all the scenery and stuff. And then you go through the area where it's natural clay, like on the walls, the clay mountains. So they tell you to grab some clay, along the wall and put it on your face for war paint. And of course, I did. I got clay all over me and stuff. And that was good because then you stop for lunch and you're at this big, huge, like, water pool, like this little waterfall.
Yeah.
We're like, okay. I'm like, people are just getting their feet wet. I'm like, no one's getting in. Like, no, we're just gonna eat. This is me, Paul. You know that.
Of course.
I'm getting in it.
Mr. Adventure. Of course. I'm not surprised.
I'm knee deep in it. So it's me and this other lady. We're knee deep. We're going to this nice water pool, and we swim out to this little waterfall. It was just nice. I'm like, how can I be in Hawaii and not do this?
It's beautiful
waterfall. It's like something you see in the movies. You like, people, oh, I wish I could do that. I was there. I'm like, I'm sitting there with me and my GoPro. I'm like, I can't believe I'm doing this.
And you're
Uh,
fearless and you don't swim, right, TJ?
oh, I swim like a shark.
Oh, oh, you do swim well.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, I
that's
swim
why
great.
you. Oh, that's why you're fearless like this. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I like doing water sports.
Yes.
But yeah, it was just great being out there um, with just nature and just the smells, the views, and everything. I'm like, it just kind of like calming.
Yeah.
And then from there, the tour guide, he's a local out there, was giving great different recommendations for food,
Mm-hmm.
different places. So we went to this one area, a mall, forget the name of it. Well, in the mall parking lot, they had the food trucks. So yeah, when you're in Hawaii, you want to hit the food trucks because they have the best authentic food. And that's where I experienced my first Moco Loco, which was good.
Well,
That was real good.
that was a short you did, right? It looked like it had it was almost like sushi, the wrapper. Is
No,
that the
no,
one with the span? What was that?
that was the musubi, and that was in
Okay,
Maui.
okay. Okay, okay,
This is
okay.
Moco Loco. You got the better rice with the 2 hamburger patties with the 2 eggs and the gravy on top of that. Oh,
Oh, that
my
sounds
mouth
so
is
good.
watering right now thinking about that. I was like,
That sounds
"Ooh,
so good.
wow, that was good." And they had this ice cream place. I didn't get the shaved ice. I got this ice cream, which was
Yeah.
phenomenal. It was a mixture. I never had this mixture before. It was a mixture of cookies and cream, strawberries, and pineapple.
How was that? Amazing.
Man, if they sold it, I would buy it.
What?
Ship it out here. It was great, great locals. I could tell like a mom and pop ice cream place. I'm saying it's called Mike something. It's in the video, but
Was great.
uh,
Okay.
it was just great. So that's how we spent
Kauai.
Maui.
That was Maui or
Oh, sorry,
Kauai?
sorry, Kauai. Kauai.
Kauai. Kauai. Chris says you can do Pearl Harbor. Oh, he said correct. Polynesian Center is an all-day experience. It's a long drive to. Okay, so if I went whatever for what day, then you could do at least two in a day. But Polynesian, we know then you have to do it based. That's good. That's great to know that you have to do that as a separate day. The craziest thing is he said I have ever done happened in Kauai. Of course, because you with TJ. Of course, you're gonna do some crazy things. Carlene is here. Happy Monday. Thank you for coming through. She said it
Welcome in, welcome in.
sounds like a fun excursion. Sounds fun. I don't know if I would do it, but it sounds
You'll
fun.
see it tomorrow.
The thing about the island, Chris says, of Oahu, there are basically two main highways, and if it's weekday, a 15 to 20 minute drive can take 60 to 90 minutes during rush hour. Wow.
Hmm.
I was warned. He was warned when there. TJ, you got my mouth watering too with that loco moco. Wow.
Yes,
Yeah.
that
It
was
sounds
so good.
delicious. It sounds delicious. Have you looked for Hawaiian restaurants since you came back?
Not yet, but I'm going to because I
Because
know in
LA,
Los Angeles there's a lot. There's a big
yeah,
Hawaiian community um, in Los Angeles. There's a couple cities over from
yeah,
where I'm
exactly.
at.
They have so much things over there.
Right?
Thai
Yeah,
and what? Yeah.
I want that.
Okay. So if you could find a good one, let me know in LA. Because if I come out there, I would try it out myself. The shaved
Oh, you
ice
know
with the
what,
ice
Paul?
cream they have is amazing.
You
Yes.
know what, Paul? I'll try to do some research because when you come to San Diego
Uh-huh.
next year for the Holland America, there may be some spots there.
Oh, good. Yeah, let me know, please. Please let me know. Because I'm a foodie, so if there's something good, I would want to know. So you got one more island to tell us about. So that was your experience. That was the greatest thing that you did on that island. What about the
Yeah.
next island?
Oh, Hilo.
Hilo.
Wow.
Hilo.
We missed the volcanic eruption by 1 week. I was like, dang it.
Ooh. You want to be there for a volcanic eruption though?
Yes, I want to see it. Of course, from a safe distance, but yeah, I want to see
Oh,
it.
of course from a safe distance.
But yeah, you know me, I want to be there.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so I jumped on this tour with some people I met, called friends now,
Uh,
um, that I met because I didn't have anything really planned for Hilo. I was just going to kind of just wing it, but talk with them. They're like, yeah, we have this excursion. It's called the Volcano Tour. Hold on. Don't let me get it wrong. Volcano National Park tour excursion.
okay.
And so that was like almost an all day affair. I said maybe like 6 hours. It was great. So we started off, and you on those little, those tour buses. Those hold about maybe like 16 people, whatever. And we started off at Black Sand Beach.
Mm.
That was nice.
Was it
I'm
beautiful
like,
beach?
it's
Beautiful
a
beach?
beautiful beach, but you're like, how's it black sand?
It didn't look black.
No, it's black. It's black sand.
It is black. Okay.
Yeah. So well, he told us that when the volcanoes erupt over there where they're at, it shoots out the the lava, whatever, at X amount of degrees. Well, the water temperature around Hilo stays around 78 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
So when the lava shoots up and when it hits the water, it explodes because of the heat difference, the temperature
Okay.
difference. It explodes into like sand particles and it washes up on shore, and that's how it's sand.
Mm. Got you.
And so yeah, so we went there. Then we went to was it Rainbow Falls, big huge waterfall. That was nice, great views, great photo ops. So we saw this nice big huge waterfall, stuff that you would see in the movies were there.
Uh-huh.
And then we went to, where did we go to next? Where did we go to next? Oh, I think next we went to the macadamian nut factory.
Okay. Okay.
You're gonna spend money. I mean, so we went there. We went there for lunch.
Okay.
So the lunch was like $15. They had different menus, different items on the menu. $15 got you a sandwich, chips, and a drink.
Got you.
And so they had different types of sandwiches, which were good. And then you have the store. And so they gave us like 45 minutes there. And of course, I bought up a bunch of different items. I'm a foodie. A lot of my friends are, so different flavored macadamia nuts and cookies and stuff. So that was good. And while we were there eating lunch, it was a perfect timing. Is when it started dumping rain. When I say dumping, it was just dumping. So from clear skies to straight dumping, but that's Hawaiian tropic weather you're gonna get. But then it cleared up, and then we went to the Volcano National Park. Wow, seeing these craters in person. That again, pictures and videos don't do any justice. It's until you're there.
You have to be there.
And
exactly.
We're looking at the craters, and we're looking at the volcano that we missed the eruption, by a week, and the smoke is just
still pillowing
out. We're like, wow, this is. It made you look small how big these craters are.
Yeah,
we're like, made you look small, just the tubes, and then they had the steam vents. So near the parking lot area, they have it, sectioned off where it's steam coming from the earth, from the pressure buildup, from the volcanoes. So like you can cook a chicken there, you just put the chicken over it or put some over it. It was just
that hot. So
wow. The wind blowing, it was like getting like a steam bath. I'm like, nature, at its best.
So out of all of those islands, which is your favorite? Which was your favorite? Like you would fly down there specifically and stay there. You just loved it. If you had to pick one,
it's hard to pick one. There's two: Kauai and Maui.
And Maui, okay.
Honolulu's like being downtown LA.
Oh, okay.
But Kauai, because Honolulu is like touristy, it's like being in LA. People flying to LA to, go to Disneyland, go to do this or do that, do that. The Kauai and Maui just more tropical, more. Yeah, I like that feel and I like that vibe. So I would definitely do that. Fly out there and do an Airbnb, for like 5 days or so at both islands. I wouldn't mind doing that.
And which wowed you the most out of those two islands? Like you saw it as like wow. I thought you said it was like Kauai, right? The one that looked like Jurassic Park to you.
Yeah, Kauai was just wow. Yes.
The wow. Okay, the wow factor.
I would do both. So if I did like an Airbnb thing, I think my first place would be I would do it at Maui first.
Okay. Okay.
and then the second time would be Kauai, or do an island hop. Do 4 days at one island and then 4 days on the other.
So there's no ferries in Hawaii for those who want to island hop. So I'm not sure. I thought when I looked at it, maybe at one time they did, but there's no ferries. You would have to charter or get onto a little small plane if you want
Yeah,
to go
get on a little
from
plane.
one island to one. Do you know if those prices are reasonable to be able to get from one island to another by like those small planes?
That I don't know. I haven't priced it out. I'm still trying to
Okay.
wait for a casino deal so I can jump on the cruise again and go back down.
Big Murph is here. Thank you so much for coming. Happy
What's up, Merv?
Monday. Veronica, Life with V is here. Happy Monday. Thank you for coming through.
Welcome in, V.
And so I think we are almost through. Um So what would you do the next time? And this is my last question. And then I'm going to take some any questions you have from the audience about Hawaii, Hawaiian cruise, anything you want to ask. This is your time to ask questions. What would you want to do the next time you go on the Hawaiian cruise that you did not do this time? What was something that except for the shark thing, besides the shark being in the shark tank or trying to swim with sharks without a tank?
Right.
What would be something that else that you would want to do the next time you go to Hawaii? Like this is like it's a must do. I have to go do this the next
So
time.
being a military family, a military vet and everything, I want
Yeah,
to do Pearl Harbor. I do want to do
exactly.
that.
I do want
I
to do
didn't
that
want to
too.
do it this time. I want to, I don't want to be sad or anything. It is.
Mm,
But
yeah.
I want to do that adventure part first. The first time I went. So the next time I go, I'll do Pearl Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
Maui. Um, Again, this is for me going on a cruise out there. I'll rent a vehicle.
Okay.
I'll rent a vehicle because I already did a luau. But even if I didn't do luau, I'll just drive to it. But I would rent a vehicle and go like a Jeep and just explore because there's a lot of different apps on the different islands that you can download, and it's like a tour guide.
Yeah.
Your GPS tour guide. So you just put up on your phone, whatever, and it'll guide you around. So yes, so for Maui, yes, I would rent a vehicle and do that and cruise around and be able to see a lot more
Yes.
of the island and different beaches because there's so many different beaches there in Maui. So I want to be able to check a couple different out because there's a couple of beaches I want to go to that have the sea turtles. So I want to be able to swim
Mm.
with the sea turtles.
The big ones, the big huge
Yes, the big
cedar
one.
turtles.
Yeah, I
Oh,
remember the one. Yeah,
nice.
I want to be able to swim with the
Yes.
because I bring my snorkel gear, so I'll bring my mask and my fins, and I'll
Yeah.
swim out there with the sea turtles. So
That's
I want to do
amazing.
that
Yeah.
in Maui. And
Okay.
so, but you renting a vehicle, you go out and do that. So that would do for Maui. Hawaii, Honolulu will be Pearl Harbor. Uh, Kauai, I don't know. There's so much that I had so much fun on that tubing thing. I'd do it again. Especially if a person had never done it, I'd do it. It was that fun. But I would, try something different. Hilo, there's so much to see in Hilo, the different volcanoes and stuff to do. So I'll have to see what other excursions that they had for Hilo.
Yeah.
I may do like a helicopter tour.
Oh, okay. Have
Yeah,
you
'cause
ever
I
done
don't have
helicopter tour before?
no, but I've been in helicopters and
Oh, you
hung
have.
out
Okay.
when I was in the Marines. I used to
Yeah,
hang,
you yeah,
hang out,
okay.
put the harness on, and hang out, and be like and so I'm not afraid of helicopters. But yeah, I wouldn't mind doing a helicopter tour in Hilo
Mhm.
and seeing it, the volcanoes and the craters and everything, the island from above,
Yeah,
and that would give me a nice different
experience.
perspective and view and
Yeah.
everything.
Okay, that's good. I think so. Any questions for TJ before we go? I think any questions that you may have for him about a Hawaiian cruise. I thought this was a great night and experience. We can't wait to watch your videos and you show us your experience as well. What else do you have coming up for your channel? Like what is next after you show your vlogs? TJ's once again going on another cruise. And so he's gonna have a lot of content for everybody coming up. He stays
Which,
cruising. He's hardly home anymore.
which
Uh,
is which is kind of bad in a way. Paul and I were talking this morning, so I
Yeah.
got back on Saturday. So my house is telling me to keep my butt here for a little bit. So I
Uh-huh.
got here Saturday. Sunday, I used the
Whoa.
restroom, one of my restrooms downstairs, and I had a leak in the toilet from where the bowl and the toilet separate the what you call it. I'm having a brain fart. But anyway, I had to fix that. All right, cool. Oh, the gasket. It was leaking. All right. So this morning I go out to do some yard work because again I've been gone for 2 weeks. The wall behind my pool pump, there's a big pool of water. One of my irrigation lines broke late last night. So Paul was saying that my house is mad because I've been gone too long.
It's like, yeah,
All this stuff is
exactly. It's
happening.
mad at you. Oh yeah, you want to be gone for 14 days? Okay.
Days.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this Saturday I'm heading out, flying out to Galveston, Texas. And on Sunday, I'll be jumping on the MSC Seascape out of that brand new multi-million dollar cruise terminal, MSC cruise terminal out of Galveston. That's going to be a 7-day cruise.
So yeah, so MSC is now in Galveston, and so this is going to be the first time they're launching out, and so TJ is going to take advantage of it, and there's going to be probably tons of content creators there. He'll be participating and vlogging, and it's a new ship for you, and it's a new terminal as well. Big Murph has a question. TJ, was your Hawaiian cruise affected by their rate increase? Did you hear about the rate increase, TJ?
No, I
And
didn't.
do you think the cruise was worth the price they charge? So I read something, but I didn't get a chance to read it in detail. So he wasn't affected by the rate increase because he already paid for his cruise, but they're charging more. The islands is trying to charge more for cruisings, and I think the cruise industry, especially Pride, is trying to fight back about it. Do you think the price cruise was worth the price they charge? So 14-day cruise. Do you want to say how much you kind of spent for it? Do you
Well,
think it was too expensive? Do you think it could have been cheaper? And you did a balcony. So did you
like,
think like it was worth the price based
it was
upon
it was worth the price. But remember, I'm a solo cruiser, so I had to pay that double.
double occupancy?
So it's not like I was
Exactly.
splitting with people.
Yes.
And then there was a lot of people that had casino deals, and they got the cruise with a balcony cabin, some for like 1,200, and that's for
Mm,
2 people. And so
mm,
yeah, so it depends if you get a casino deal or not, or if you get somebody to go with you, you can split the cost. But even with just me spending, forking out the money just all for myself, it was worth it because you can't put a price on experience, life, and
yes.
happiness
Yes.
and stuff like that. You can't put a price tag on that. And so yeah, it was well worth it for me.
How much would everybody pay for a cruise? Like, is there a limit in your budget for a cruise? Like, would there be a price you say I would not go beyond this? I'm curious. Like you say, like, okay, 2,000 is my max, is 3,000 your max, is 4,000 your max? Like, what is your budget? Not so much your budget, but what is your limit in terms of I'm not paying all of that for a cruise.
Well,
So
see,
how
for
much?
this one, I could have got it cheaper if I'd have got an interior or window, but I'm like, since this is
Come on, it's
Hawaii, I wanted a
Hawaii,
balcony cabin.
and that's the thing. So,
I
if
wanted
I
a
did
balcony
Hawaii,
cabin.
I would want to do a balcony too.
Yes,
Exactly. Yeah, because as you said, because I've seen the pictures, and if you can look outside and you could see literally like the the greenery and the mountains and the volcanoes and the hills,
yes,
and it's right there, and you're just like, wow, from your balcony, it's just like amazing. And so so that's the thing. So I have so many options. Like, am I flying there? If I'm flying there, Norwegian has at least solo balconies, so at least then I'll be able to maybe get a little discount because it's a solo balcony.
right.
And so like I'm back and forth. Literally, there's been times I've been looking at Hawaiian cruises. I was like, should I book it? Can maybe I get a better price or what have you? And if
Right.
I put it further out, then I could put money down as time goes on, so I don't feel the brunt of it. And so maybe you're thinking about a Hawaiian cruise. I think you have to realize cruises will have things scheduled for 2 years out. If you know there's a sale coming up, maybe like there's Black Friday sales, look and
Yeah.
see for a cruise maybe in 2027. and see if you can get advantage of maybe a Black Friday sale. Reach out to your travel agent. There's I'm a travel advisor. See it with C's on here. She's a travel advisor. So reach out to Big Murphy. You work with Team Reach Travels. So reach out to them. Maybe they can get you like a good deal, and then you just put down money as you
The
go.
further out you book, the better. Because ours was booked almost 2 years out, and I see,
Exactly.
they're already putting some companies already putting 2028 dates. So
Yes.
the further out you can book it, and then do your monthly payments, so you're not getting smacked, you know,
Exactly.
with that full price. And a lot of times it's cheaper when you book it further out than wait, to the last minute and all that stuff. So yeah, book out and then tear pieces off each month and go from there.
Exactly. Just every month, like Carnival, they have it where you can automatically kind of just like put it in there, and just put down payments, and they'll schedule it, and they'll just take a certain amount every month if they want, for example. So if you want to do it, if you want to get on that dream cruise, just like say, all right, I'm ready to go. Just book it. God forbid something happens, just have insurance, right? Just make sure you have insurance. Just if in case you're nervous and it's too far out. And a lot of people say things may be too far out, but at the same time, then when now it's too closer, then you say it's too expensive. So far out gives you the option, as TJ is saying, to put down maybe $80 a month to this dream cruise of Hawaii in 2027, right? Because you're doing it monthly, and you know that, okay, I could deal with $80 a month, and then
Mm-hmm.
you're paid off, because Norwegian usually wants their money, all their money, maybe 4 months out, and you pay it off, and then it's paid off. You're not stressed about it. You're not trying to come up with thousands of dollars at one time, and then you can focus on, okay, few months before that happens, the plane ride and the
Right.
excursions. So few months before you even pay it off, with the lower amount that you're paying on a monthly basis. And so if you really want to do it, that's the one benefit about cruising. You can they have itineraries all the way till then, and just see if you could get a deal now.
Yep.
Hopefully,
Those
sometimes
deals.
just depending on the cruise line, you can price adjust. So you see that one rate, and then maybe you price adjust it before final payment, and then like, oh, yeah, it's cheaper now, and then they'll give you a price adjustment, um, depending on the cruise line, and so then you can get a price adjustment and pay a lower rate. So,
Especially this year, the cruise lines have been battling back and forth. I got this
yeah,
ship. Oh, I got this ship. I got this ship. I got this port. I got this port. So I can see Black Friday this year, the cruise lines competing to have the best deals, because they're gonna want their customers. They're gonna want them. So if Royal's doing this, Carnival may do that, Princess may do that, this and that. So I can see Black Friday being a big day or days where people are booking, and you can find some good deals. And again, book for 26, 27, and 28 if you can. Book out.
yes, book out. And there's already some cruise lines that's having deals. Like I looked at Princess, they have something called Blue Friday before the Black Friday sale. So they're already putting stuff out there. And so like book it in advance. Get your insurance. And then next thing you say, wow, I have 2027. And before you know it, you keep paying that monthly payment, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's here. And then it's like, man, I got to go to Hawaii.
That's how
Uh
this came about. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm paying this much for Hawaii.
yeah, but it's 2 years
And
out, so it didn't feel as bad, right?
exactly,
It didn't feel
exactly.
as bad. Big Bird says, can't wait to see your perspective on MSC. Chris says 46 to Carnival Horizon for me. He says 9 to, because Carnival Cruise Addicts left. She said this says she's booking a cruise. I don't think I would go above 3,500. Okay. And that's including all the add-ins. So maybe the drinks, the Wi-Fi, nothing over 3,500. I haven't found it yet, but close. We are paying 8,500. That is for both of us, for 70-day balcony cabin around Japan with Premier package. That's on Princess with the Premier package.
Mhm.
Okay, see what sees. Yep. I've seen 2028 dates available. Exactly,
Yep.
Carlene.
Hmm.
2028 dates available. Not for every cruise line. They're still trying to work out their thing. And even if some dates are available in 2028, it may not be like fully, but they're putting out dates already. You can't even find flights for 2028, but cruises you can go and look and see, and they'll start putting out itineraries for 2028. And so if you want that dream cruise, if you
Hmm.
want to do it, and you're like, it's too expensive, just book it further out. Of course you can do things in between. Don't, I'm not expecting you that's the only thing you're going to do to say for 2028, but then you put it down. In the meantime, you book another cruise, you book another all-inclusive resort or what have you, and then you're
Get it
putting it
done.
down. And by the time that comes, it's like, whoa, that was like nothing. It was a breeze. Like you didn't feel like nothing. It was like 80 something a month, 90 something a month, whatever it is, depending on the type of room you get. And you
Because I
could
already
just
know, I already know you, Paul. You already have a couple of cruises planned for 27, and same with me. I think I have 3 cruises for 27, and
and
that's just the beginning part. I don't have anything planned towards the end, and yeah, you got to
and
work out in
yeah,
advance.
exactly. And I think two of those I do have a payment plan going on. And so it's like, yeah, so it's like the payment plan is like, oh, I don't even feel it.
Matter of
So
fact,
that
I'm going to be
when
with you on 2 of those cruises. I think
in 2027, yeah, the
in
unhinged,
2027.
and yeah, exactly. And so I don't even feel it. It was like, okay, this is, oh, what is that? Okay, that's going towards that. And so sometimes that's a great option. You're paying down, you're not doing any, no interest, it's your own money. And so therefore, and then it's going towards something that you really want to do. I think it's a great thing with cruising. It's a
Yes,
really
way
great thing.
affordable with the payment
Really,
plans.
exactly. That's what I'm waiting for 2028. I'm booked all the way through 2027 already. Look at that. Look at Big Murph. My
Big
strategy
Murph
is to
just jumping out there.
see. Colin says my strategy is to book way out as well. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
only,
that's
if
what I do.
to get to these things that we want to do, bucket list items. Some of
Hmm.
them gonna be expensive. Some of them is gonna be like, wow, that's a lot. And so that's why I said, like, if I do Hawaii, it's not gonna be next year. It's not gonna be. I may have to book it further out, knowing that further out, then I could do a payment plan for further out. God forbid something happens. Do insurance. Never, never feel,
Alaska
never feel
is
like
on
it's
my
too
next
far
list.
away. Yeah, and I loved Alaska. You will enjoy Alaska. It's the nature, the beauty of it. I mean, it's going to be amazing. Let me see. My Japan cruise is July 2027. Yes, I would love
Okay.
to do that too also. Chris says Royal Caribbean will most likely announce Caribbean 2027 early 2028 tomorrow or Wednesday. So they're coming out.
Hmm.
They are coming out. You just have to look out for it. We are almost at the hour. Any other questions for TJ before he goes? Um and so, so you did Radiance. Would you do Radiance again, or would you change it up?
I do Radiance again. I'm not a picky person.
Yeah,
Some people they're super picky. You can't make them happy. Whatever
yeah,
you give them.
yeah.
I'm real simple, laid back type of guy. So I was fine with the Radiance. If a if a if a Vista class went, like the panorama or the
Oh
Trinity, something like that.
man,
Oh wow, that would be cool too. But
man,
that would be like, way, yeah.
I love Vista class. I'm telling you, I love the Vista class. Big Mer said, "Did you eat spam in Hawaii?" Tell him. What's the name of the dish you ate?
Masubi.
Yes,
I did a thing on my Instagram and my TikTok about it. It was good,
it
fresh
looked
made.
it
See,
looked
my mouth is
delicious.
watering talking about it. Stop it. Stop it.
It looked delicious. Is that the only thing that you ate with spam while you was in Hawaii? Just that one item?
Oh no, I had the loco moco,
Oh,
and then
locomoco. Oh, you said burger, so it had spam in the locomoco. Okay,
no, it's not a burger. So
it's
you had a
spam.
no, it's a so you have your plate. So you
Uh
have
huh.
a bed of rice,
Uh huh.
2 hamburger patties,
Okay.
2 eggs on top,
Yeah.
like fried eggs, like yeah, on top with
Yeah.
gravy on top.
Okay, so the burgers are spam burgers.
No, no, just a regular hamburger patty.
Oh, just regular. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and then the various different food items that I had at the luau um, in Maui.
They had spam there too.
Yeah, spam. They had poi. They had all kinds of stuff.
Okay. All right, so I think that's it for on if there's any more questions, thank you so much everybody for coming. I know we went over. I know we used to an hour, but I think that it was worth having this conversation about such a beautiful place and a great destination, and it is a bucket list item for a lot of people. And so I so after this conversation, how many people is looking to go to Hawaii? Just put it in the comments. Who wants to go to Hawaii? Who's looking to go to Hawaii? Is it on your
You
bucket
have
list?
to
Have
do it.
have you gotten a greater perspective? Do you want to go? After hearing TJ talk about it, I definitely I'm going. I just have to see when. Maybe 2027. You never know. Maybe 2028. You never know. Maybe I could get some people to go with me, and that would be nice. uh,
I know what Paul's talking about.
maybe we'll see. Who knows? Chris says always looking to go. Okay, that's great. Always looking to go. I would like. So I would love to do it one day. I've always been looking at it. Definitely would want a balcony. Have to I would prefer the 7 day only because just to kind of like lessen sea days, especially if I want to be able to see the Polynesian Center and the Dole Plantation and Pearl Harbor. Maybe we just go there for like 2 days before the cruise. And so I think I would want to do those situations. And then Shay says I would love to go to Hawaii. Yes. Anybody else would love to go to Hawaii? And I think that's what I would definitely like to go to. So I'll be checking up. I'll be up to checking it out. Just don't know if I would cruise there versus a land based trip. I like the cruise versus just a land base. Like I like what TJ said. At least TJ he was able to do the cruise, see the islands, and then he went back and said, I would go back to this island or that island, right? And so therefore I think that is a little different. Because then you get to see what you have, and then he's like, yeah,
The
that
differences
island was
between the islands, right?
yeah, that island was nice, but I prefer this. This is beautiful. I would come back here. I would stay here. And I feel like that also when I go cruising anywhere, like I go cruising to several places, and all of a sudden it's like, wow, that was nice. That was nice, but I could see myself coming back here specifically and visiting this location. And so I think that's the benefit. Because if you fly there, you're like, okay, you fly there and then you're like, okay, maybe unless you're gonna island hop. But I think
Right,
one cruise kind of gives you like the overall views of what you're seeing, and then you go back and say like, okay, I'm going back there because I love that
right.
place. Yeah, I think that's why I think I would want to do one first, or just like anything else. Like a lot of people for cruising, they may do the cruise, but then like I want to do stay a few days before, stay a few days after, and then you get to experience it more than maybe just the cruise as well, like because those cruises for
Mhm.
Norwegian they leave out of Honolulu. So but then if you stay in Honolulu for a few days, then you get to experience everything that's there.
I
So
like
yeah.
that on two of the islands with Maui and Honolulu that you got all day there. So it affords you the opportunity to rent a vehicle and see a lot of the island and
Yeah.
do multiple stuff. So I do like that factor of the cruising part on those two ports that you have like all day to do that.
Yeah. So, all right. So, thank you so much for everybody coming. Thank you, TJ. Hold on, TJ. Don't go anywhere. But thank you so much for coming and being a part of this conversation. And I can't wait to see who does actually go to Hawaii and who has booked that trip and say, like, you know what, after having that live, I booked that trip to Hawaii. I am going. I won't be on the live for the next 2 weeks. I'll be traveling and coming
Yeah,
back from my cruise. So you won't see me for 2 weeks. But thank you so much, everybody. Have a good night. And until next time, till I see you the next live. After these, I miss these two next Mondays. Happy travels. Good night, everybody. Thank everybody for coming through. Have a great week.